city of Tulsa is in the business of filling potholes. Again, and again, and again. Filling one is a quick fix. In fact, by the time this story is over, the city could have filled 2 potholes pretty easily. You start by clearing the pothole of debris. That takes 5 seconds. Or long enough for 2 people to sound off on Tulsa roads.
The damage of the potholes,
I think they stink.
Next, crews start to fill the hole with asphalt. That takes about 40 seconds. Just enough time to share some math with you. Tulsa crews have filled 45,000 potholes since July. Material costs between $3 and $12 a pop. We factor in the crew's salaries, work hours, and potholes filled, and we came up with a cost of $835,000 just to fill potholes for 9 months. A lot of money for a temporary fix. We're halfway done filling in the asphalt. Now let's look at the impact those potholes have on your car. Tulsa ranks number 1 in the country for having the most insurance claims for vehicles damaged by bad roads. Just ask mechanic Ken Davidson.
They'll damage the rims and blow out tires.
And the pothole is filled. Now time to pat down the material. This should take about 35 seconds. Time we'll use to see how Tulsa roads stack up compared to other cities. Wichita had 10,000 potholes over 9 months. Memphis had 35,000. Both less than Tulsa. And don't expect to see those potholes go anywhere. These roads are so far gone that street maintenance director Dan Crossland says crews are just working to keep them open.
We try to hold it together the best we can with the resources we have to work with.
In fact, Crossland says your street may not see permanent repairs for 5 years or more if it's not listed on the street's improvement plan. And time's up. Pothole 1 is done. Crews spent 1 minute and 46 seconds filling this pothole. The hole is cleared out, so let's start filling our second one. As we wait on that, can we ever get caught up? Is the city ever going to be able to get caught up on that?
Short answer, I would say no.
That backlog totals a whopping $1.5 billion. That's enough money to operate the city of Tulsa for 2 years. Now time to hold down pothole number 2. And tell you why Tulsa City Councilor G.T. Bynum says the city got in this situation. He says since the 1960s, Tulsa hasn't invested in roads. And now,
this is what happens when you don't maintain your infrastructure.
Plus, the street's maintenance department is short-staffed, operating at 1/5 of the personnel it had in the 90s, and at half the staff it's supposed to have, now due to a hiring freeze.
There's no question that it would be great if we had more people out there doing that work.
But there is some good news. 2 ballot measures passed by voters are now pouring $1 billion into Tulsa streets over a decade. But again, those pothole-riddled roads are going to keep getting only temporarily patched until the whole road is redone, which could take 5 years or longer. And we're done with pothole number 2. That's 2 fewer potholes to fill. The city fills an average of 250 per day, so just 248 more to go.